Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris, and today is December 4th, 2023. I'm trading the Nasdaq 100 futures live. This live stream is for educational purposes only to showcase how algorithmic systems powered by artificial intelligence could really make a difference in your trading outcomes. By no means is this intended for you to follow any of the signals generated by the algorithm, and any losses borne on your account are solely a result of your own doing, your own responsibility. So that being said, guys, I'm going to be here today for a couple of hours, and we'll be going over some of the strategies, the signals, and some of the new research and development that I've been involved in. And hopefully we'll have a nice little community of traders here today who appreciate algorithmic trading, and we'll try to make it a fun afternoon for you guys. All right? I've got a couple of short signals right now. I am short this signal. I was long prior to coming on today's session. So I will be short this signal until I actually get a signal to get out, which could be a while. All right, now if you're just joining today, welcome to today's live session. Please do give the video a like, as that does show your appreciation, and it encourages me to come on more often as well. Some new developments that I've been sort of tinkering around with. Let me see, 110, I got 5 minutes, okay. I have been tinkering around with works in the 30-second time frame chart, as you guys can see here on the screen. And it's really noisy. So trying to develop an algorithm that actually tracks the 30-second with any type of efficacy is very difficult. Signal to noise ratio is just all over the place, so is the frequency, and so it's very, very, very difficult to find that balance between signal to noise, amplitude, frequency, everything that needs to be in place in order for you to have any type of successful. This is it's live. It definitely is live. Now you may have a little bit of latency because that's just YouTube. So you may have I think 3 seconds of latency or something. But yeah, this is live. I'd like to make some of my own choices in going short, long, based off of the signals. Do you live stream on YouTube? Yeah, definitely. Whatever choices you make, you could make them on your own account. But that's on you. I do live stream only on YouTube and also TikTok. So I've recently, I think in the last 2-3 months, I've been live streaming on TikTok So, but I'm not live streaming on TikTok today. This is exclusively on YouTube. So yeah, I do TikTok, YouTube. I've tried a few other platforms in the process of experimenting. So if you know other platforms that you think might be a benefit for me to live stream, definitely let me know, because I'm always looking for something somewhere new to live stream other than YouTube. I found TikTok to be pretty good. There might be other platforms I'm not aware of. I don't have enough followers on Rumble, although I do have an account there, but I don't have enough followers there to live stream yet. Yeah, you've got to have a certain amount of followers before they'll allow you to live stream on Rumble, but yeah, that's where I'm at. So I was speaking about developing algorithmic strategies for application in the 30-second time frame, and I was saying that they're very, very, very complicated to do. I've been tinkering around with what you see on the screen right now. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 or 6 algorithms right here. These are not moving averages. These are not RSIs. These are not stochastics. This isn't anything that you guys have ever seen or experienced, from your broker dealer. I mean, these are all customized algorithms that track different aspects of the data spectrum. And if you can see here, this one actually did a very good job. I'm actually testing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them to see which of these I'm eventually going to end up keeping. But this one here did quite a good job this morning, capturing the upside right here at about 10:44 a.m. And that bad boy right here, this green one right here, took you all the way there to the end of the cycle right there, end of the trend. It was really more of a small little cyclic trend this morning. All right, so right there, and now it's going down. So I'm interested to see where the intersect with the zero line is going to be after this thing rolls over. This one did a really good job as well. So did this one right here too. So I'm examining and really experimenting with these algorithms to see which one, A, B, or C, am I going to keep, and whether there's any value in having these two on top as well. So I'm experimenting with this. A lot of the stuff you see on my screen is experimental. So I put this up, and a lot of these tabs at the bottom say test, 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 because I am in the process of testing out a lot of these algorithms and strategies and what have you, to see which one at the end might be suited for the 30-second time frame. And 30 seconds, again, guys, is really super noisy. This is a really, 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 really super noisy time frame, and it's really used to time your entries and exits. That's really what the purpose of the 30-second is, unless you're a scalper, and then that's different. Okay. So I got two more signals right here to go short. I've got another short signal right here. And this drawdown from this morning, if you could see right here, came all the way to about 3 standard deviations. Right there. Boom. And as soon as it made that little turn, that was the end of your downside for the morning. Generally, probably about a couple weeks. About 2 weeks. If within 2 weeks, I'll have enough data in 2 weeks. Just put it to you that way. I'll have enough data. I'll have enough screen time. You can't really test these. How can I say? Can't really back test these and say, all right, well, yeah, these are robust. You want to test them in real time with real data, just to make sure that there's enough of a robustness feature in the algorithms for you to keep them. About 2 weeks is the average time that I'll take to trial test anything. Here's something. This is also new right here. This oscillator right here is also brand new that I developed. It's all plotted in standard deviations right here. So the plots on the right, these are all standard deviations. So when it hits the extreme, for example, this morning you had a huge drawdown from Friday, and it just continued rolling down. Now, if it hits the extreme, which is 3 standard deviations right there, the moment it just does that little turn right there, you're done. That's the end. That's the bottom. There is no more left to the downside. And look, it just goes up right there. Boom. This hit about 1.30, almost hit 1.30 standard deviations. Now it's rolling over again to the downside. This other strategy, this other algorithm right here is actually a companion to this. I'll tell you how it works. This one right here is also a measure of standard deviations. Each one of these red bars, according to the level here, is measuring standard deviations. Now the yellow line, what that's doing, it's measuring the average of the last 5 bars, also in standard deviations. Okay, so what ends up happening with this, as you're going down, the very moment that one of these bars decouples from the average right there, you typically end up having some type of a turn in the market. And when you see this type of decoupling right here, and you see the touching of the line over here, that's a pretty good indication that you're going to have a shift in direction. So both of these work hand in hand in that regard. So okay, let's see what I've got right now. I've got one short signal right here. I've got another short signal here. This one has not yet closed. Should be closing soon. And I've got another short signal over here. I've got another one right there. Got another one over here. And let me see here. I don't have anything here, but these are bang right there. Caught it and boom. Okay, we'll see. And did I have anything? No, I've got a long signal over here. Interesting. And no short signal there. Okay. A lot of this stuff, for example, everything that you see here is experimental. Everything right here. These are all different strategies you're showing on the same ticker. Yes, that's correct. The Nasdaq 100, and these are all 15-minute charts. And I think I've got a couple of 5-minute charts, but I do not have strategies on those 5-minute charts. And of course, I've got the 30-second that I'm tinkering around with, but all the strategies are on the 15-minute time frame. And this was really nice right here too. Look at this right here. Moment it cut right there, that was it. That was the end of that downside right there. You had a crossing, the end of that upside right there. And we'll see where this goes. It's 1:21 New York time, and we are still below the band right there, and this is still below the zero line right there. So let's see where this goes. You know what? Let me take a peek at that 5-minute chart that I've got over here. This is rolling back, but super, super, super slow. Very, very, very slow rollback. And just remember, the idea here is you want to capture the entire cyclic swing from intersect all the way till the next intersect when the green trace crosses the zero line to the upside. So we'll see how all this works out in a bit. All right, it's 1:23, and we still have a little bit more time, guys. So let's see here. I am going to switch this back. I'm going to switch this screen back, and I'll come back to it in just a bit. So I've got it. I've also got the same screen right above me. I'm going to keep that right there for right now. Hey man, thanks. I appreciate you watching and joining. I took a little bit of time off to deal with some stuff that I had going on with my move overseas, and but now I'm back, and I hope to be back in at least twice a week in doing these live streams. They're actually fun. I enjoy them, and they're more fun when there's a nice community of traders who actually appreciate trading the Nasdaq 100 futures. So yeah, hopefully this week I'll come on again, and thanks for keeping the notification on, because that's the only way you're going to find out whenever I come live. There's really no news this morning, guys, that's moving the markets at all. There's just some random stuff out there, but nothing significant that I could have seen this morning that would have caused this huge drawdown that we had. The video output level is low. Okay. Hang on a sec. Shoot. Hang on a sec. Okay. Hang on. Let me see if I could. Okay. The thing with my video output level is that I think it's microphone. Hang on a second. I don't know if that's better or not. I don't know if this is better or not, but if it isn't, I will fix it after the market because I'm on a new operating system on my machine here, and I don't know exactly where to adjust the mic. The volume is up all the way on OBS, but on my system, this is system volume that needs to be bumped up. I can't figure out where to do this on this new version of Windows that I have. So I'm going to have to get my kid, who's the tech expert, to help me with that. So I do apologize if the volume sounds a little bit low. I will work on that after the market closes today to make sure that the volume level is set higher so we don't have this issue anymore. But thanks for bringing it to my attention. And thanks everyone as well for watching and tuning in. I know you guys have a lot of choices of who you can watch trade the Nasdaq 100 futures. I'm just a small fry on YouTube, just doing my thing here. I got 2 minutes for bar change, guys, on the 15-minute candle. And this bad boy's coming down nicely right now. Again, these are all experimental. They're nice to look at, but I haven't decided exactly which of these three I'm going to keep yet. Check output levels against Bloomberg or CNBC references. Okay, I will. Duly noted. Hope you guys had a good weekend, and hopefully the market will present some good opportunities this week for trading. Okay, we just had bar change right now. It's 1:30. And let's see if anything changed here. We finally got the short signal right here. And this bad boy's still going. That is still going. And that's still going there. This is a new development based on a little bit of research I was doing, and it's nice. You know, it's a nice crossover study that I put together right there. Boom, caught the bottom, and pow, caught the top right there. Hardly no lag. And so you still have a little bit of downside left. Okay. I'll give you guys a tip, all right? And this is just to help anyone out there who's listening in today. And those of you guys who tune in on a more regular basis probably already know this, but it's always good to remember. If you're looking at any type of indicator study that was provided to you by your broker-dealer, whoever that might be, whether it's Thinkorswim, TradeStation, or anyone else. And, you know, it's really hard to eyeball things sometimes. And one of the biggest mistakes that traders make is they plot an indicator on their chart. They pick a period or length parameter, plot it on their chart, set it, and forget it. Okay, and that's a huge mistake. And the reason it's a huge mistake is because you're assuming that the static setting that you set for your indicator on your chart is going to hold across all the variability that you have in a data structure. And data isn't static. The frequency range varies on a day-to-day basis. So if, let's say, for example, you set one of your indicators to to a 20-bar cycle, the indicator may perform well for maybe a couple days. Maybe you just happen to guess that a 20-bar cycle based on your observation was the right entry. But I can almost guarantee you that after a few days, it's not going to give you the entry signals that you thought, because the cycle period changes over time. And then you find that your indicator doesn't work. And it's not that the indicator doesn't work, it's just that it's not tuned correctly to the correct frequency at that moment in time. So what you can do to improve the robustness of your indicators is you can convert your indicators into strategies. Okay, you can convert your indicators into a strategy, and if you so happen to be lucky enough that you actually have an optimizer where you can actually run the indicator in the form of a strategy, you can actually see whether or not it's robust based on a walk-forward analysis when you run it. So not every broker-dealer has that capability, and that's a consideration that you need to think about when you're deciding who you want to park your money with. Because if you don't have those tools, what's going to end up happening is you're going to just end up frustrated when your indicators don't work. Then you're going to think, well, I need a new indicator. It's not that you need a new indicator. You need a method and a system to be able to tune the indicators on a daily basis in order to tune them to the right frequency within the data spectrum. And if you can do that, then you'll have some measure of success with some of the out-of-the-box indicators that your broker-dealers may offer. But you need to do that, and that's the only way you can test robustness on any one of the indicators that that you might be considering for your trading, and that's very important, I think. And I think that step is also important because it gives you confidence to know that you're using tools that you can rely on a day-to-day basis. If you don't feel confident with the tools that you have to trade whatever instrument it is you're plotting on your chart, then it becomes very difficult to feel confident in the trades that you place. And that ends up leading to all kinds of mistakes, losses, FOMO, just all kinds of things. You want to have confidence in the tools that you use, and it takes time. Believe me, it takes a long time to assemble, the right tools for what you want to do. And every one of these symbols that you trade, whether it's Apple, AMD, the Nasdaq, the ES, whatever, every one of these instruments is going to have its own unique set of tools. And not every tool is appropriate for every symbol. There are tools that are designed, as smoothers. There are other tools that are designed, better to track peaks and valleys. And it's not a one-size-fits-all, guys. You have to know the characteristics also of the instruments that you're trading. And that's something that I know a lot of people overlook in the process of creating their own setup. If you don't understand the characteristics of the instrument that you're trading, guys, it becomes very difficult to find a good set of tools to apply to that instrument. So you got to spend a little bit of time understanding what you're trading, and that's the reason I only trade the Nasdaq 100 futures, even though I've got a few other strategies that I've developed for other instruments. But I only trade this right here. This is what my strong point is right now with what I'm doing, because there's just so much out there, guys, that you can spend your whole lifetime experimenting with different symbols. To me, this is easier to trade than Apple or any other security out there on an intraday basis. But I've spent the time understanding the nuances of how the Nasdaq 100 works, and that's why I'm able to develop tools to trade the Nasdaq specifically. But it takes a lot of research and time, I'll tell you that. It does. It doesn't happen overnight, and there's a lot of frustration involved, and there's a lot of development involved too. So if you're in the process of just getting started, take a little bit of time and understand the symbols that you're looking to trade. I got 5 more minutes for bar change here. See how this bad boy is doing over here. Take a peek at this over here too. I don't know if you guys know how to get rid of coil whine. Coil whine. I installed a new operating system on my machine. It was working fine for a couple weeks. No coil whine, everything good. All of a sudden I get coil whine. I get coil whine right now on my machine, which is irritating at times. Like right now it just went away. but it comes back. All right, we got 3 more minutes for bar change. And this is here at negative 453, so I'm going to flip this back over here because I want to see if I get a closing signal. I don't think I'm going to get anything here because the red line is still way below the 0 line. And unless the red line crosses the 0 line, I'm not going to get any type of exit on that. All right, we got 1 more minute, and let's see what happens here. Nothing's going to happen. All right, guys, I'm still here. I'm just sitting here watching, just waiting for this to give me a signal to exit, but the signal's still a ways out, so I will be here and I'll be quiet in the interim. Okay, this looks like it's going sideways. It's that time of day almost, 2 p.m., 1:30, 2 p.m. Sideways chop. All right, there we go. I'm getting coil whine again on my machine. Not sure exactly how to get rid of coil whine unless I change the power unit. I don't think that's it though. Gotta look into that. I got 5 minutes for bar change, and in this 15-minute candle, Okay, it is continuing its downward trek, apparently here. Although very, very slow. And my experimental signal is quite close to the zero line right now, so let's see what happens with that. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that. And I'll be right back in a sec. Oh wow, looks like it came down a little bit more. Not bad. hit right there. Boom, bounced up. Mm-hmm. Wow, okay. Boom. Right there. Pretty damn amazing. Pretty amazing how I just hit that and just bounced back up. Interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. It's like this knew the price was going to go down way before it did. Price went down, boom, hit it, now bounced back up. Interesting. It's almost over. All right, I think this is almost done to the downside right now. Yeah, I think this is gonna start maybe rolling up a little bit against me, and I think that my strategy is almost done with that trade as well right there, so it might catch me in an up bar I am going to, yes, it's pretty dang close right there, so I am going to go and go on and exit that that position right now.
Order field.
All right, that's it. I'm out of that trade. And that actually wasn't a bad trade at all. So done. I'm out of my short position right there. I think that this, I've been experimenting with this a lot, and every time it just seems to hit this bar, it just bounces up again. So yeah, I think it was the right decision to take that off. Okay. NQ price bouncing between 50%, retrace fibs, down move, retrace 50% of move up from today's bottom. This move up, retrace 50% over the move down. Interesting. Yeah. Would love to see a screenshot on that if you have time after the market on the Discord channel. I'll be posting some of these screenshots as well today on the channel. Yeah, this is pretty much done right there. So I'm going to wait for the zero crossing. Then I'm going to measure and see how many points this bad boy actually pulled right there, right now. A few more seconds. Let's see here. This was, here's the moment it crossed right here. What was that? 853 minus, there we go, right there. 853 minus 829. All right, so that was a total of 24 points right there. From there to there, 24 points. Now, had this gone from, let's see, 855 to right about when it hit right there. 803. That would have been 52 points. Okay. All right. So from here all the way to here, you had 24 points. But from here all the way to right about there, you had 52 points. Okay, really cool. So it's working. I'll give it a couple more days, another couple weeks, and we'll see if I'm going to employ this on a more regular basis. But yeah, 52 points from here to here is not, let's see, from right here all the way to here. Not bad. Of course, I didn't make 52 points on that trade. I made probably about 20 something points because I got out of the trade over here, but it's okay. 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing. This market is moving sideways. Complete sideways chop. Higher time frames show the path is wide open to a push through to upside. Possibly. Yeah. Everything is turning. I mean, I'm looking at it here, and it is definitely making that little... oh, right here, look. Here we go. This is what I was hoping to see earlier. Right there. Pow. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed that. That downside is over. So, yeah, very likely you're going to have movement to the upside. Got a long signal here that's been long for a while. 1, 2, 3, the last past 4 bars. So very likely will be moved to the upside. All right, we just got bar change right now on that 15-minute chart, and nothing is happening right now. This is just going sideways. Looks like the tendency is to want to go up, and most definitely because you had a crossing here to the upside right here. So very, very, very likely that this is going to most likely going to go up. Got a signal here to go long. I don't have any signals here though to go long, but this market is really just going sideways, and it's probably going to go sideways for a little bit, or may just go up a little bit. Okay. I took my trade for the day. I had 2 good trades so far today. I will post results on my TikTok as well as the Discord group. Hey Lee, thanks for tuning in today, as well as everyone else who tuned in to today's episode. I am going to log out now because it's 2:30 in the afternoon, and I think this market is just going to be kind of a chop fest moving forward. NQ market internals are negative bias still, so we may, so maybe just to move up to volume weighted average. Very likely. Yeah, very likely. I've got the VWAP somewhere over here on my screen. It's one of these things on top. Okay, cool. Well, happy trading. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and I'll be back hopefully tomorrow with more trading, if not Wednesday. Thank you again for tuning in, guys, and be safe out there trading, huh? Okay. Thank you.